So let's start with your feet hip width apart, slight bend into the knees. Pull your tummy muscles in so your belly button is pulling in towards the spine. Pelvic floor muscles are lifting in and up. Shoulder blades are dropping down the back and you're finding some length through the crown of your head. We'll start with some rises, so pressing down into the balls of the feet. Lead with the crown of the head as you push away from the floor, bringing the arms all the way up above your head and then releasing down, lowering your heels down to the floor. So let's do that a couple of times. Now let's go into your roll down. So again, feet hip width apart, pull your belly button in, keep the core engaged. Start to tuck your chin in towards the chest and roll down. So the arms and the head are leading the way down towards the floor, towards your feet. And you're just going to where you can, stretching into the hamstrings, down the back of the legs. Softening the knees, scooping the tummy muscles and starting to rebuild and restack as you come all the way up to a standing position, so your head is that last thing. And again, let's go with that roll down. Now let's combine the two. So rising up, pushing down into the balls of the feet, stretching to where you can, find your balance. Releasing those arms all the way down, gradually lower your heels. Then start to tuck your chin in towards the chest as you roll down towards the floor, towards your feet. So soften the knees, stretching to where you can. And then when you're ready, soften the knees, scoop the tummy muscles, rebuild and restack, coming up to a standing position. And again, let's do a few more repetitions. So for our next one, you can grab a chair or go nearer a wall if you need to. We're going to alternate each side, and it's basically a circle around and out to the side, but we're trying to maintain our hip position staying in the same place. So we've got a slight bend into the knees, scoop the tummy muscles in and up. You can always place your hands onto your hips if you want to. So we're shifting the weight slightly so you can move your foot out in front. You're going to draw a semicircle all the way around. Now as you go round again, the knees and toes are going to face forward, so we're pushing out through the outer thigh. Try not to lift the hip, try and keep the hip down and even as much as you can. Circle round all the way to the back, squeezing the bottom and then bringing the foot in to go to the other side. Have a slight bend into your standing leg as you tap the foot forwards. Again, maybe hover or tap the foot down, it's entirely up to you. Circle round, knees and toes facing forwards as you circle round in the hip and return. So scoop the tummy muscles. Your easier option is to keep that tap, circle round, keep it in contact with the floor, bringing it back in. And your harder option is to find that balance a few inches up off the floor. Circle round, keeping the hip low and even, and then coming back to neutral. So let's go a few times just alternating, and again, you can always have a chair or a wall nearby. Do a couple on one side and then a couple on the other side.